Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Thursday, October 6, 2016, and I am Morgan Nicholes. In campus news, Tarleton has released their annual security report. The report was sent to students and faculty via email on Friday, September 30th by the university's Risk Management and Compliance Department. We now turn to Jace Fry, who is reporting from the Barry B. Thompson Student Center. Take it away, Jace.
I'm here looking at the Tarleton State University 2016 Annual Security Report. Behind me is the Office of Transition and Family Relations, where Dean Moore handles the disciplinary actions for these liquor law violations. There has been a trend in liquor law violations in the past 3 years. Arrests have gone down, however the number of liquor law violations dealt with by the university has remained high, with over 200 in the past 2 years. This has been Jace Fry with Texan TV News. Back to you, Morgan.
Texan TV News reached out to Assistant Dean of Students Dana Moore, but she was not available to make comment. In local news, a Lincolnville High School senior wins big and out of state competition. Senior Allison Phillips took home the first place title Wednesday night at the International Junior Holstein Show, which took place during the World Dairy Expo in Madison, Wisconsin. Phillips, accompanied by her father, Kevin Phillips, and her heifer left Alliant Energy Stadium with first prize as well as honorable mention. In a phone interview with Amanda Kibble from The Flash, Phillips said she has achieved the goal she set when she first started. Allison Phillips and her heifer have 2 more appearances at the expo this week. They'll be competing for a showmanship title today and again on Friday for the International Holstein Show. And now, today's Texas national and international news from the Associated Press. In state news, in Huntsville, Texas, 58-year-old Barney Fuller Jr. is scheduled to be executed by lethal injection for the murder of his neighbors Nathan and Annette Copeland in a shooting rampage 13 years ago. Fuller committed the crime in May 2003 inside the Copeland's rural home about 100 miles north of Houston. Fuller has asked for his appeal to be dropped in order to expedite his execution. On Wednesday afternoon, Fuller was taken to a small holding cell at the Huntsville prison where the execution is scheduled to take place. Fuller will be the state's 7th prisoner to be executed in 2016 and the first in the past 6 months. This will also be the 16th execution this year in the entire United States. Hurricane Matthew is predicted to make landfall in Florida late this evening. Nearly 2 million citizens have been urged to evacuate the lower East Coast. The storm already has claimed 29 lives in the Caribbean. The Haitian government is pushing back its presidential election that was to be held on Sunday. For more information on Hurricane Matthew, we now turn to Joshua Replogle from the Associated Press.
We're coming to you from the 17th floor of the Atlantis Resort on Paradise Island. Behind me, if you can make it out, is downtown Nassau. The visibility has decreased significantly as the eye wall of Hurricane Matthew has come even with Nassau, Bahamas. We're experiencing heavy gusts of winds. As you can see, my hotel curtain flying everywhere. So far, right now, Hurricane Matthew's eye wall is passing by Nassau, and what we've been able to notice is a pressure change, pretty significant. My ears have been popping over the last 90 minutes, but it has been a deteriorating situation since about 3 a.m. this morning. Before daybreak, we witnessed several explosions, flickers of blue and white and sparks flying into the air several times. Now, NASA officials say that there are many down power lines, many down trees, and they're expecting hurricane force winds throughout the day, possibly until nightfall. Then we can get a better assessment about how bad the conditions really are, the damage that's been done. But for now, Josh Replogle, the Associated Press, Nassau.
In international news, the landmark Paris Agreement on climate change takes effect November 4th. The agreement requires government to take present national plans to reduce emissions to limit global temperature rise to well below 3.6 degrees Fahrenheit. The agreement requires countries to report on emissions and their progress on reaching their goals towards limiting emissions. President Barack Obama said the agreement is a turning point for our planet. Texas Tech University climate scientist Katherine Hayhoe called it a moment of bright hope in the increasingly discouraging landscape of our climate science. For more national and international news, we turn to the AP News Minute.
This is AP News Minute. Rain and wind from Hurricane Matthew lashed the Bahamas early Thursday morning. The storm is expected to approach Florida on Thursday. Mandatory and voluntary evacuations are affecting more than 2 million people from Florida to South Carolina. More than a dozen people are known dead across the Caribbean from Hurricane Matthew. Some of the worst damage is in Haiti, where authorities estimate that more than 3,000 homes were destroyed. Police in Beaverton, Oregon found a father and his 2 young children dead in an apartment. Police are investigating the deaths as a homicide-suicide. Farmers in the Pacific Northwest are experimenting with growing quinoa. The grain grows in South America, and it's quickly gaining popularity in the U.S. Sandy Kozel, The Associated Press, with AP News Minute.
This has been a production of Texan TV News, a product of the Texan News Service from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. Watch us live on Apogee Channel 2.1 in the dorms at 12:30 weekdays. If you live off campus, tune in on our Northland Cable Channel 9. You can follow the Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter, and check out our website at www.texannews.net for all your latest local, state, national, and international news. Today's broadcast was produced by Jenna McCall, Ariel Steele, Jace Fry, and Anthony Strother. I am Morgan Nicholes. Have a wonderful day, Texans.